Hello again, and welcome back to Perfect Spiral Capital. My name is Luke Tatum. I'm an authorized infinite banking concept practitioner, and welcome back to another Mindset Monday. Mindset Mondays are for entrepreneurs, people who are trying to break out, do their own thing, start a side hustle that they hope will become their main hustle, all that good stuff. I just want to talk about what you need to do inside your own head to get there. And today, the topic is calendaring. How do you build your calendar effectively? The reason really that I'm doing this, what inspired this particular video is that I always see these ads for a particular product. I'm not going to name it here, but you'll know what it is. I'm sure you've seen the same ads I have. It's an AI calendar building assistant. It fills your calendar in, and you'll see these ads with these absolutely jam-packed calendars. Do not do that to yourself. So that's my big message today is do not schedule every minute of every day. A phrase that we use a lot in my household, between Lauren, my spouse, and I, is if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. And there's something to that. Important tasks that take some time, you need to make sure are done in a timely fashion, put them on your calendar. I work from my calendar. I don't live my home life out of a calendar. We have other systems in place, and maybe that'll be a separate video someday. But for work purposes, I go to work. This is a separate freestanding office structure that I use for work. I'm in work mode here. On my calendar, work hours are for work. So if I have a specific task that I need to do in a particular time frame, it goes on the calendar. Other things, checking your email, looking at your missed calls, checking your voicemail, checking your text messages, things like that, they do not go on your calendar. They don't. Do not think that maxing out every little space on your calendar is going to make you more effective. It's okay to time block. You can say, I'm going to work on blogging. If you have a business blog, I'm going to work on YouTube. Put a 2-hour block of time. That's your 2-hour block of time for blogging. Great. But it's okay if little things come up in the meantime. You don't need to stay laser focused, and really you can't stay laser focused for 2 hours constantly, 2 hours consistently. That's your blog time. Get as much done as you can. Great. Move on. Leave some blank space. When I have people book meetings with me, and by the way, I have clients book all meetings because their schedule is the important part. I can adapt. That's customer service 101. But when someone books a meeting with me, let's say it's a 30-minute initial consultation about an infinite banking policy. Okay, great. I automatically have that book on my calendar for 45 minutes. Build in buffer time. Target for 30 minutes, but know that you can go a little over if you're having a very good, productive conversation, or if you're having a very good, productive blogging session, or whatever the task is. Build yourself in wiggle room. Nobody likes dealing with someone who is overbooked and double booked. Think about doctor's offices. You have an appointment for 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you don't even get seen by the nurse practitioner and admitted into a room until 3:30. Why? Because they double book. More people are going to show up. They're trying to maximize revenue, and you're the one paying the price for it, the patient. So don't do that. If you want to build relationships with your business associates, if you want to build a team that trusts one another, that gets things done, devote your time to what is on your calendar and don't double book. Now, if you have a time block for 2 hours for blogging and something urgent comes up, you didn't lose the 2 hours. Look at your calendar, and because you have not overbooked, you can now move it. You can have 2 1-hour blocks, or you can move the entire 2-hour block to a different day. It's okay. It didn't quite get to that. Let me move it. But your urgent things that have to be done by a specific time, put them on there, make them a different color, lock them in. Just be sure, and my biggest takeaway from this video is just be sure you are not calendaring all of the little minutia. A full calendar is meaningless because life doesn't work like that. You're going to get a phone call you're not expecting that you need to take. And if that destroys not just today, but tomorrow and the rest of the week, you're not going to recover from that. You need some flexibility built in, particularly as a startup, so that you can handle the urgent tasks that are going to come up. If someone else manages your calendar, you need to communicate this. You need to give yourself time to use the restroom, to make some coffee in the afternoon, for whatever it is that you do, however your life works. Whatever breaks that you need, leave space. If you take 30 minutes to eat because you're hyper efficiency focused and you got to get back to work and you can't stand being away from work, hi, guilty, put yourself an hour time on the calendar for lunch. You'll give yourself a little bit of time to take it easy just in case. What if lunch is not quite ready? You want to eat something that takes a little longer to cook. The fast food place where you buy food takes a little longer to get your food to you. It's okay. You reserved an hour. No big deal. That's peace of mind. And that is the kind of thing that you need to drill in now before you become hugely successful. Because once you're hugely successful and people know they can demand your time and you're scheduled to the very last minute, it's a lot harder to walk that back. So do it right from the outset. And only do what you're comfortable with. Think, what is the type of workday I want to have? That's your calendar. It's not built out to the last 5-minute increment. Don't do that to yourself. All right. I hope this helped. If there's anything else, especially if you're an active client of Perfect Spiral Capital, there's something that we can help you with, mindset coaching, etc., that's what we're here for. You're a client, you're worth our time. So give us a call, reach out to your agent. We are here to help you be as successful as possible in every aspect of your life, not just your whole life policy. If you'd like to read my book, if you haven't already, you'll find a link to that in the description box below. It's called Between the Lies: How to Reclaim Your Future from the Banks and Wall Street. It's available on print, digital, and now audiobook narrated by me. You'll also find a link to our booking page. If you are a client, you'd like to book a meeting, we have clients only meetings. If you're not a client and you'd like to see what we're all about, book a meeting, find an agent. We are here to help you reach your fullest potential. See you next Monday.